It's day 19 of my 30-day Disney challenge, and today I'm going to be talking about my least favorite Pixar movie. So, yeah, as I said before, this is going to be pretty polarizing because my least favorite Pixar movie is everyone's favorite Pixar movie. So much so that I actually got into arguments with other people as to why I don't like the movie and why they, or rather they didn't understand why I don't like the movie, because it's a classic, classic for Pixar. And that being said, it's not that I hate the movie, it's just that it's not my favorite Pixar movie. It is my least favorite Pixar movie. I mean, it's still decent, it holds up. And the other thing that doesn't really hold up is the visuals, but, I respect the movie for what it did, historically. It was the first time that anyone attempted making a full CGI movie, which, again, it was huge. When that movie came out, it was huge. It had never been done before. Looking back now, it's not, the visuals aren't that great. They were great at the time, not so much now. And I was never a huge fan of the story, either. And the characters, or anything really about it. And it goes back to the reason why I like Up so much, is because the characters are relatable. Well, of all the Pixar movies, these characters I find to be the least relatable. I should probably say what movie I'm talking about now, if you haven't figured it out already. I'm talking about Toy Story. Now, when I say they're not relatable, it should be pretty obvious what I mean, because, like I said, with Up, Carl is the most relatable character ever. He is the everyman. The only other Pixar movie that, has characters that, in my opinion, are impossible to relate to are, the Cars movies, which, ask anyone else what their least favorite Pixar movie is. Most of them are going to say Cars 2, because it wasn't that good, but it was okay. I liked it. But the main reason I liked it was the voice talent that they had. Don't get me wrong. I like Tom Hanks. I like Tim Allen. They're great. But compare that to Owen Wilson and Larry the Cable Guy and Michael Caine. There's... yeah. But, where was I going with that? Yeah, you can't really relate to any of the characters, because in the other Pixar movies, your main characters are people or animals. But and I haven't seen, disclaimer, I have not seen WALL-E, which, from what I've seen about it, I probably would like it, because it's got a science fiction vibe to it, and I like that. I have not seen Planes, or Planes, Fire and Rescue, or Toy Story 3. Now, when I say my least favorite Pixar movie is Toy Story, I mean the original Toy Story. Toy Story 2, I actually liked better than the original Toy Story. I don't know if it was the better visuals, or a more compelling story. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. It's a more compelling story. There's a hero's quest. You get a hero's quest sort of thing in the original Toy Story, but in the original Toy Story, it's the main plot point is that, the main thing that progresses the plot is that Buzz doesn't think he's a toy, or Buzz doesn't know he's a toy. That's the entire plot. That is the plot of the whole movie, is that Buzz doesn't know he's a toy, while everyone else does. And that's a great plot point, but I don't think it's enough to carry the entire story, which it does, because that's the whole reason why they're in that. They get into the situation that requires them to, progress the plot. In the claw machine being taken by the creepy neighbor kid, like that. And the only reason they get in that situation is because Buzz doesn't know he's a toy. So that's that's the plot point that drives everything. In Toy Story 2, however, you get a rescue mission where Woody is stolen by the collector guy, and and it's a giant rescue mission with all the other toys, which is great. I mean, the plot is stronger, I think. I mean, this is my opinion. I mean, I'm not a film critic, so I don't know a better way to analyze it other than just my opinion. So, yeah, if you have a different opinion, that's great. But, yeah. So, I know that was just mostly rambling because I can't say that I don't like Toy Story. If it's on, am I gonna sit and watch it for the millionth time? No. I'm gonna find something else to watch. But maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not one of those people that when I see Toy Stories on TV, I'm like, ooh, Toy Story, I have to watch it for the millionth time. So, yeah, no, just Toy Story. Thing is, Up. If Up's on and there's nothing else to watch, I'll watch Up. Like, I'm not going to actively look for something else. If I flip a channel and I see that Up's on TV, I'm like, oh, Up, I'll watch that. But Toy Story just doesn't do that for me. And, I mean, there's not many Pixar movies that actually do. Up is an exception. Like, Incredibles is another one that I really like. But, yeah, it just doesn't... Toy Story just doesn't work for me. So, that's why Toy Story is my least favorite Pixar movie. Like I said, I don't dislike it. It's just not my go-to Disney, or not Disney, but Pixar movie. Because actually, it says that because Toy Story is not a Disney movie. It was made before Pixar was acquired by Disney. So, yeah, Anyway, that's it for today. So tomorrow, for day 20, I'm going to be talking about my favorite sequel. My favorite sequel. Yeah. And to keep it interesting, I'm not going to go by like one of the theatrical release sequels, like Toy Story 2 or Cars 2 or Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. I'm going to go with one of those direct-to-DVD sequels of Disney that everyone hates. I'm gonna stick with that. So yeah, my favorite Disney sequel. And so yeah, I'll see you then.